We stay. We're going to defend Utopia.
About in time. What took you so long?
I had a few hundred lives and the fate of a nation to consider. We moved quickly. Kitty, I want you to take charge of the youngest. Keep them in reserve. They could get killed.
Good answer. Look at us. They said it could never be done. Not possible. And so that's what we believed. They said we were a threat. They said we were dangerous, unpredictable, evil. But we never believed that. They said we would never be united. That mutant would destroy mutant until only the stronger survived. Cats and dogs living together. Turns out they were wrong after all. I never believed we see this day and I was wrong. See, it's not always what you believe. You were the one who believed the most. You were the one who told us who said it out loud. It was you, Scott. I've been to the end of the universe with you. Been your rival, been your friend. We've seen some rough times and a few good ones. But you were the one who brought us here. The question is, what next? Well, here we go, I guess. Got anything in mind?
Nope. You?
Nope.
Bummer. I guess we'll have to follow Angel and wing it.
A wing and a prayer.
Funny. We could die today, Logan. We've never faced anything like this.
Yeah, well...
We could lose everything. Say it out loud. You think you can do this?
The end of the world is coming. I don't think I can face it. I know I can. Sure. How about you?
Wow, must have been one heck of a night.
No, just the usual.
This is ridiculous! How long are we going to wait for this guy?
You want to be the guy who walked out on Wolverine? Be my guest.
What's this?
We're all accounted for, sir, and ready whenever you are.
Ready for what?
Combat training.
And I guess I'm supposed to be teaching this class, huh?
That's what it says on the schedule, sir.
What schedule is that?
The one Cyclops gave us?
I see. You, what's your name again?
Idie.
How old are you, Idie?
14.
14. Shouldn't you be all playing with dolls or something instead of worrying about combat training?
I had a doll once, made from pretty beads. I lost it when they tried to burn me for being a witch. Did you have many toys when you were 14?
Class dismissed.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Avengers, X-Force, everyone can kiss my...
Logan.
Unless we're about to be eaten by Galactus, just close the door and walk away, Slim.
Shut up. I need you.
Better be dang important.
As opposed to the sort of trivial nonsense I usually waste your time with, I'm scheduled to speak at an international arms control conference in Switzerland. You can sleep on the plane.
Alright, but don't expect me to be my jovial self.
Aren't you supposed to be teaching a combat training class right now?
Remind me to kill you when I have the energy.
Summers, Scott.
And you are the representative of which country, sir?
Utopia.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with...
The place where people with wings and blue fur live.
Yes. And how many are in your security detail, sir?
Just one.
Place is clear, Slim. Come on in. But how did he get in without...
Please tell everyone the X-Men are here, and we're ready to be heard.
Will you make the leaders of the free
Don't need
world
superhuman
nervous?
senses to see that.
Why exactly am I here again?
You're my one-man security team.
You mean your token Avenger?
That too.
What kind of speech are we looking at here, Slim? Something that's going to win us some hearts and minds? Or just give everyone who hates and fears us another reason to fear a little more than they hate?
I'm better at shooting things with my eyes than I am at being a diplomat. I'll give you that. But I do still remind myself on occasion to hope.
We've been fighting to change the world a long time now, and ain't managed it yet. Why should today be any different?
It's not the world we change, Logan. It's the people. People can always change.
Yeah? I ain't taking orders from So I've heard. No Americans?
The president sends his regrets. Apparently the country that created the Sentinels isn't much interested in hearing my speech.
Don't look at me. I've been telling you for years we gotta move to Canada.
Any last words of encouragement?
Don't mess this up.
Thank you, Logan. I mean that.
For what?
For being here.
You made me come.
For always being here.
Well, when there's someone around worth following, I follow.
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm the best there is at stabbing things, not pleasantries. Go make your stupid speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, years ago, an American military scientist named Bolivar Trask looked upon a growing mutant kind with nothing but fear in his heart, and was compelled to build a robotic weapon designed solely for the extermination of every mutant man, woman, and child. That one foul deed sparked an international arms race, a race that never ended. As mutants spread to every corner of the globe, so too did Trask's fear and the machines it spawned. We all know this to be true, whether we're willing to admit it or not. I believe that most every country here in this room today has at one time, and still may likely maintain their own variation of, Sentinel. So many, in fact, that with mutant kind's numbers having recently been reduced to a scant 200, I sometimes wonder if there are more Sentinels in the world than mutants. Yet, I do not come here today to point fingers or blame for the millions of mutant lives already claimed by the Sentinels. I come not to harp on mistakes of yesterday, but instead to talk about tomorrow. My concern, ladies and gentlemen, is with the future and ensuring there is one, for all of us. To that end, I would like to officially petition that the nations of the world decommission their Sentinels to demolish the machinery of mutant genocide.
Darn muties are all the same. Ought to just round them up and put them on an island somewhere.
I think they did that already.
Whoa, where you going, pal? Let's see some credentials. You can't just...
Oh, but I can.
What?
Bobby, what's the matter? What are you... Mr. Summers, I am sorry, but I must interrupt. You come here making these wild accusations, yet you offer not a single shred of evidence. My country, for one, does not even acknowledge the existence of these so-called Sentinels.
With all due respect, sir, I did not come to debate the existence of something that's been trying to kill me since I was 16 years old.
If you have no interest in debate, sir, then it would appear that you have come only to threaten this gathering with ominous talk of the future. Perhaps, Mr. Summers, it's the arrogance of yours that has caused the problems over the years as opposed to some sort of nefarious giant robot.
I'm sorry, but if anyone has any actual points to make, I'd be happy to hear them after
I got one or two. Attention all humans and human sympathizers.
Crap.
You are now about to witness the dawning of the mutant revolution. Courtesy of Kid Omega. My name is Quentin Quire, mutant freedom fighter and future
Logan.
leader of the X-Men.
I'm on it.
I have come here today not to bury humankind, but merely to make them wish that they were dead.
Move! Out of the way!
No more will we, your superiors in every conceivable way, allow you and your pathetic politicians to wallow in lies like pigs in excrement. This time around, the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be telepathic. I won't lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna hurt. The truth
You alright?
always does.
Psychic defenses held.
Mine too, but I don't think we were the targets.
In the wake of these shocking events, I just feel compelled now to say to everyone watching...
It appears he's given the leaders of the world an uncontrollable telepathic compulsion to spout their deepest, darkest secrets. I can't decide if we should kill the boy or give him a medal.
Poor. I never believed in God. My election was fixed.
I married a Doombot.
Stop the camera! Just to watch him die.
I actually love America.
Yes, this is Mr. Frost. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel my 3 o'clock pedicure. On account of what? How about the supreme stupidity of everyone else in the world but me?
Quire's gone, but his scent's so thick with energy drinks and body spray that I can track him down in about 2 seconds.
I wouldn't go rushing off just yet.
Don't look now, but I think they might be blaming us.
Be ready for anything. Listen to me, the X-Men were not responsible for this, but we will apprehend the culprit and see that he faces justice. Just allow us to do our jobs. There's no reason for this situation to deteriorate
Attention
further.
all units. Emergency protocols X are a go. Repeat,
Pete,
word,
pop the
trunk.
trunk.
Suspect's description is as follows. Male, mutant. Subdue anybody who matches that description.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They brought arms to an arms control conference.
Yeah. Well, so did we. Roar!
Attention, mutants of the world! I, Quentin Quire, take credit for today's action in the name of us all. Today, the world has seen its leaders exposed as the lying, conniving human filth they are. Today, one lone 16-year-old mutant patriot yanked the strings of the Earth's mightiest puppet masters. Now, sit back, my friends, and watch them dance. Watch them scramble and fumble and fume. Watch them slather on more lies to try to cover up the scars and seeping wounds exposed today. Watch them rage. Watch them lust for blood. My blood. Our blood! Stay tuned to your screens, my mutant brothers and sisters. For those of you out there who dare still doubt the hate and fear the humans harbor for us, it's time you turn on, tune in, and pull your head out of your ass. And just watch what happens next.
I'll pick up his trail. Have him bleeding and crying by sundown.
No, forget Quire. He's irrelevant now. The damage is done. We're gonna need everyone back at Utopia.
You just want to see what happens next, don't you?
Don't you?
Mr. Kilgore! Mr. Kilgore!
Mr. Kilgore!
Mr. Kilgore! Carlton Kilgore, as one of the world's preeminent arms manufacturers, what is your reaction to today's events?
I am outraged and appalled by such a cowardly terrorist attack. Hopefully we as a planet come together and heal the wounds that were made here today. Until then, all Kilgore brand small arms are officially half-priced. Our website is processing 1,000 orders a minute, and Kilgore stock has already gone up 3 points. Now that's what I call an arms control conference. Here's to the power of irrational fear. May the X-Men live forever.
I'll drink to that.
Cade, what in the devil are you doing here? Why aren't you in school?
I am in school, Dad. Or at least my life motto Decoy is. He's been taking my classes for 3 months now.
Bessie, it appears my son has pulled a gun on me. If you could be so kind as to wring his neck for me, I would greatly appreciate it.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. Carlton.
What?
Bessie's with me now, Dad. Seems she never much appreciated your tendency to slap her behind or ogle her bosom. She'll get none of that from me.
That's because you haven't even hit puberty yet. My God, boy, you're only 12.
Actually, I've been wanting to do this since I was 10, but it's taken this long to blackmail the board of directors into installing me as the new Kilgore CEO, which happened 30 minutes ago, by the way.
You traitorous little devil. I'm glad your mother didn't live to see you.
I've just shot my father in mid-air after wresting away the company he worked his entire life to build. Yet I feel not even an ounce of shame or remorse. Tell me, Bessie, is this what it means to be a man?
Near as I can say, sir, yes. Where to now, Mr. Kilgore?
The clubhouse. The others will be waiting. But take the long way. Show me as much of the world as you can. I'd like a good look at what I've just inherited.
That arrogant little twit. When I get my hands on Quentin Quire, I'm going to liquefy his brain and have him blow out his nostrils like a snot-nosed toddler.
How did he even get free? Last I knew he was trapped in a containment unit in the lab.
Atlantis will not go to war over the impudent actions of a foolish, pink-haired whelp.
Quire's not the issue. It's the world's response that we should be working to prepare ourselves.
So you got it?
Did the best I could. It's been a while.
Thanks, Kitty.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I survived you being a teenager, didn't I?
Yeah, but you also showed me how to use a sword before I was old enough to wear a bra.
Idie, this is for you.
I don't understand. Is this part of my combat training?
No, it's just a doll, for playing with.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Eating ice cream. Have you ever had it before? It's incredible. I can't stop eating it.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of ice cream.
Would you like to eat ice cream with me, Wolverine?
Yeah, sure, kid.
What's going on?
Nothing. Please, Hope, just return to your studies.
No, let her in. She should see this.
This is live footage from the North Korean news agency of what appear to be military maneuvers being conducted.
Yes.
So I'm guessing your speech didn't go so well. It doesn't even matter that there are so few of us left. The fear just doesn't go away.
They fear us more than ever. The ones in power do, more now than when there were millions of us, because then we were scattered and broken. Not anymore.
Will it matter? This is still the sort of thing that always ends with mutants dying, isn't it?
Not this time. Not unless they kill me first.
Then how does it end?
With us still right here, standing together, no matter what.
No matter what, huh? Looks like a pretty big what.
I don't understand. What is that?
Go back to your ice cream, Idie.
Stay if you want, Idie.
Scott.
Hated and feared. We toss that phrase around so often, it loses its impact and becomes hollow. It's good to be reminded from time to time of what that means. This is what it means. This is what it means to have the whole world hate and fear you.
Let's not overreact and make this worse, Scott. These are maneuvers and tough talk, not open acts of aggression.
How much more open do you need, Aurora? The world just stuck its gun in our face.
And what do you suggest we do?
For starters, not blink.
Cade Kilgore always delivers.
And what of this quitting quiet person?
Clueless. A psi-proof helmet, light-bending wetsuit, and 5 minutes of my time were all it took to free him from Utopia. As far as he knows, his containment cell suddenly failed and he became corporeal again. I figured he'd celebrate by either brain frying the nearest school children. Either way, I knew he'd get us what we wanted. Isn't it, though?
And Phase 2, I assume, is ready to go.
Only if that means I'm in.
My dear boy, if it would have been anything less than unanimous, you would have been murdered the second you stepped into that door. Instead, your chair waits. Welcome, Mr. Kilgore, to the Hellfire Club. All hail the new Black King. No more mutants! Mutants want to steal your minds. You saw it for yourselves. You saw how they attacked me. And they stole into my very brain and forced me to utter their lies. No more. We must say to these genetic infidels they are unholy abominations. Defiant from the true right path. Let them remain an American problem. We have never had them here. And now we never will. This holiest of machines built by a great scientist was designed to defend us against the mutant crusaders. It is the finest mutant hunting machine the world has ever seen, and it will... Why isn't it moving?
Sir, we're trying. The machine has been installed for so long. This is the first time in years anyone's tried to.
I don't want to hear that. Make it fly.
Sir, we...
Is this supposed to be smoking?
Our top stories tonight, in light of the startling revelation stemming from yesterday's International Arms Conference fiasco, which world leaders are being asked to step down? Could Sentinel robots pose a threat to humans as well as mutants? Just who and where is Quentin Quire, the young militant mutant responsible for all this unrest? But first, Lindsay Lohan is in the news again.
Death to Mutants is trending on Twitter. That can't be good.
Yeah, but so is Quentin Quire. Everyone's calling him a hero for what he did.
Who the heck is Quentin Quire?
He was a student at the Xavier School, a gifted telepath, but a troubled young man. He once started a riot at the school and battled 7 other teachers, and even managed to take down.
Get to class.
No school today. Classes were cancelled on the account of, the whole world waiting to kill us and all.
Then go to your rooms. You too, Idie. Best to stay inside until this trouble dies down.
It's because we are monsters.
What?
That's why they want to kill us. You can't blame them, really. They have every right to be afraid.
Look at me, Idie. You are not a monster, you hear me?
It's okay. I've made peace with what I am.
Combat is online in Tokyo. Uploading Samurai Sentinel schematics. North Star and Aurora, your targets have just sunk a fishing boat in the Red Sea. Coordinates are as follows. Negative, Phantom X, you do not have clearance to crash a flying Sentinel into an Italian football stadium.
Got another one. I ran this time. It's running wild in the streets.
Teleporters are taxed. Who do we have in the area?
Slim, send me someplace where I can stab something. Something that bleeds would be best, but I'll set up for a robot.
We need you here, Logan, just in case any of those things actually prove to be operational.
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen the latest news reports? The Sentinels, they're...
defective. At least 75% of them. Old and outdated. Improperly maintained. Useless. Just as I promised.
The Hellfire Club remains impressed with the newest Black King. As you may know, young Master Kilgore, the inner circle of this very club was once infested with mutants. We have since eradicated that infestation, and in these seats you only once again find those of the most extravagant wealth, refined lineage, and impeccable genetic purity.
Yes, assuming all goes according to plan, which it will, of course, since it's my plan. The team is assembled and awaiting orders. I expect confirmation on our target any moment.
What do you need from us?
$4 million in cash, and a dozen of your best men, of the particularly violent variety.
Already done. Waiting for you outside.
Also, I need someone to record the next 24 hours of news broadcast. I forgot to set my DVR before I left home this morning, and I wouldn't want to miss my TV debut. I have the money. Make the deal.
Will do. Money's on the way, fellas. Let's talk business. The Sentinels are defective?
Some of them. Some just fell apart when they tried to turn them on, but several have gone haywire and are running amok.
Who's dealing with those?
Don't mind us, folks. Go on with your whole no more mutants party. We're just here saving y'all's butts.
What is this? The X-Men sent a woman here just to humiliate us.
Oh, we're not looking to humiliate anybody. We're just here to help. The fact that we're all women, well, I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Did I happen to mention that I'm also awesome?
Spider Sentinels appear to be breeding in the Berlin subways. Dispatching chamber and warpath.
Get me out there, Scott.
Sentinel birds of prey have collided with airline over Mogadishu. Thor and Captain Britain are responding.
Not every Sentinel is defective. I need my A-team here, at reserve, just in case any show up on our doorstep.
Moonstar's team in standoff at the Pakistani border, being denied access. Iron Man attempting to intervene.
You don't want me fighting robots, fine. Then I'm going after Choir.
Logan.
Those kids ought to be in school, not worrying about a mess that's Choir's doing. When I find him, I want to stick my claw so far up his...
Scott.
Not now, Emma. You want to go after Choir? Fine, go after Choir. But I can't have you going out half berserk. Not at a time like this.
Choir's got to answer for what he's done, Scott.
Talk to me, Logan. Tell me what's really bothering you.
Scott.
To hell with Quentin Choir, just tell me!
Is this a bad time?
Where is money? 4 billion in untraceable intergalactic credits. That is what was agreed upon.
We told you. It's on the way.
Do not cross us, little ones. The moons of Jupiter are postmarked with the graves of rotting earthlings who tried to cross us.
Right, we get it.
Hi, pretty kitty.
Not kitty, stupid girl. It's a Badoon brain slug. Very dangerous. Do not touch children. And now I am thinking you children are wasting our time. I'm thinking there's no money. So I think we take your organs instead. Sell them to Dire Wraith. At least make our fuel cost. We'll cough them up here. Go get the cooler.
Kitty!
Earth children. Always so frail and whiny.
You give me back Kitty!
You cut off my stabbing hand, you little...
Your face is stupid and ugly and I hate it.
She wasn't kidding about hitting his face, was she? Guess not. Here he comes.
So I suppose we'll just keep the 4 billion for ourselves. They deliver everything we asked for.
See for yourself.
Kitty!
Shrink it all down and load it in the car. Vaporize the bodies. Time to get suited up.
Well, don't all thank me at once. You're going to make me say it, aren't you? All right. My name's Quentin Choir, the most wanted mutant in the world, and I'm officially requesting sanctuary on Utopia.
Come here, you.
Ah!
Show me how to call Steve Rogers on this thing.
Hold on, Logan.
We need to deal with this. Right now.
We're not turning him over.
Are you insane?
He will be tried. But here, by us, not by them.
You're talking about harboring a global fugitive.
I'm talking about a man being tried by a jury of his peers.
This piece of crap don't have no peers. Give me Rogers.
Belay that order, Logan. Think about this.
I am, Scott. You think about it.
Calling Rogers won't be necessary.
And why the hell is that?
Because he's already calling us.
It's a real mess out there. The Avengers are doing all we can to keep these Sentinels under control, but we're stretched thin. If we can just make it through the night, I'm hoping the morning may bring an ease in tensions. I want you to know that I appreciate your people's help with everything, Scott. I know this must be trying, but thank you for keeping a level head. So, still no sign of this Quentin Quire fellow who started this whole nonsense?
No, sir. Not yet.
Just keep me informed. Rogers, out.
We can't afford a confrontation with the Avengers. Not now, Logan. Where are you going?
There are times I like it when you have some backbone and stand up to me, Scott. This isn't one of them.
Bye now. See you around, Professor.
Quire!
He may be good for stabbing things, but that mouth-breathing knuckle-dragger of a troll doesn't have the mental capacity to appreciate what I've done for mutantkind today. But I knew you would, Summers.
Shut up. He's right. You're not worth it. You're a child playing at Revolution. You needlessly put lives in danger. You made the world less safe for all of us today, and you will answer for what you've done, I assure you.
I exposed the truth! The truth you were all too afraid to even.
And if I ever hear you belittling Wolverine again, I will personally break you in half. Pray every day, Quentin, that you will someday be even half the man he is. Because as it stands now, I wouldn't take 6 of you on your best day for one of him on his worst. Now get the hell out of my sight!
Confine yourself to the quarters, you wretched little cretin.
Jesus is never appreciated in its own time.
Sit rep.
Sentinels now coming online in New Delphi. Submarine Sentinels spotted in international waters off coast of Hawaii. Malfunctioning Sentinels still at large in Islamabad.
Tell Pixie to reroute Rogue and Kitty to India. Have Phantomax make Eva submersible and go prowl the Central Pacific. And where the hell is Moonstar's team?
The grand opening of the new Mutant Rights Museum downtown wasn't scheduled for another week, but the mayor is now considering holding it tonight in hopes the festivities might help calm the current tide of anti-mutant hysteria. She was hoping you might send a few X-Men along. I, for one, wouldn't mind going, as the testosterone in this place is becoming a tad bit suffocating.
Are you watching this, Emma? The whole world is sending us a message, and we need everyone we have just to...
What? I know that look. Why am I all of a sudden worried?
Reporting live from the grand opening of San Francisco's Mutant History Museum.
What do you have, pal? Beer. And keep 'em coming.
Tonight's guests of honor are now arriving. A special peace delegation of X-Men.
What the? Slim. Peace delegation by Claw. That's a dang show of force.
Tonight is a special night for humans and mutants both. Tonight is about honoring mutant history, about facing the fears of the present and shepherding the prospects of the future.
Bob? Yes. My father's brain splattered across the Alps. But this is a close second. We're here.
How'd you guess they move up the date from the grand opening to tonight?
Liberals are nothing if not predictable. Did we not get a look inside? Who did the X-Men send?
All the heavy hitters and some other guy made of ice. Just like you expected.
Any words of wisdom for the troops, Cade?
Yes. Any of you morons mess this up, and I will hack your entire family tree into kindling and burn you atop the pile. Now, let's go carve our names on the face of history. Thus begins the new age of Hellfire.
Status report.
"14 separate global hotspots still showing Sentinel activity. All X-Men currently engaged. Maintaining worldwide telepathic links."
Keep me informed.
Live coverage continues from the site of San Francisco's recently unveiled Museum of Mutant History, where security is tight and tensions are high, yet many in the crowd remain hopeful that tonight's festivities may help to dampen the current flames of anti-mutant hysteria. Mayor Sinclair is scheduled to speak momentarily.
Scott.
Any trouble at the museum?
Loads of it, dearie. Can you believe there are barely 4 mentions of me in this entire wretched building? And in 3 of them, I'm referred to as a villain. If I find whoever serrated this mess, I'm going to sink my nails into his frontal lobe.
The TV coverage is all over the news.
Yes, there are reports everywhere, all wanting an official statement from the X-Men regarding the current global cluster crap. If I'm here much longer, I'm liable to give them one.
The only message you need to send, you send just by being there. Besides, I want all X-Men back on Utopia as soon as possible.
Right, we'll give them one. Last bit of muscle flexing and then we'll be on our way.
Any sign of Wolverine?
No, not since your last bit of men.
Emma? Emma, come in. I lost a link to Emma.
Yes, there appears to be some sort of localized telepathic interference.
This is Channel 12 News reporting live from the grand opening of the Museum of Mutant History, where there appears to be some sort of disturbance outside.
No. Emma!
Emma, are you alright?
Some of the physical backlashes my telepathy is being jammed. We're cut off from Utopia. They're under attack.
Wouldn't be much of a mutant history museum without someone trying to kill us, now would it?
Be alert.
Oh, thank the gods. I'd rather be shot in the face with a harpoon gun than pose for another ridiculous photograph.
Miss Frost's nose is bleeding. Something's wrong.
Maybe we shouldn't have come.
I don't understand. Why are they smiling?
Where are you, darling? And is there anything left for me?
Plenty. We got haywire Sentinels coming out the yin-yang all over the world. We can use all the help we can get. What's the situation back home, Logan? This is Channel 12 News reporting live from the grand opening of the Museum of Mutant History, where there appears to be some sort of disturbance outside. Logan?
My name is Cade Kilgore. My father is CEO of Kilgore Arms, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men alive today. He's raised me to believe that I will someday inherit the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of waiting. You are all here because I believe if we pool our resources, we can surpass the accomplishments of our parents before we're even old enough to drive. But before I go any further, if there's anyone here who's uncomfortable with the thought of being involved in extortion, terror, or systematic mass attacks, now would be the time to leave.
Psychic Scrambler is online. No thoughts get in or out, except on our frequency.
Splendid! Let's make a show of it. You know the drill, people. We hate mutants, blah blah blah. Now, bring us your X-Men.
Ask and ye shall receive, little man.
The leaders of the mob appear to be children.
Children in Hellfire here.
I've hit children before.
Take them down.
Idie, run!
Dr. Nemesis, come in. Where are you?
I hate when you people invade my head like this. I'm in the blasted lab, still working to develop a Sentinel-specific EMP. What is it now?
You have command of Utopia.
What? What the hell sort of hornet's nest have you stood up now? Someone.
Move it, pal.
Hey!
If you think I'll refrain from thrashing you because of your age, you don't know me very well, whelp.
I know you well enough, Hermelina. I dissected my first Atlantean when I was 8. For example, I know that if I were to shoot, let's say, 5,000 Kelvin worth of concentrated chemical heat at your little winged feet, it would render you about as dangerous as a saltine in the sun.
Seriously, boys, you're gonna have to do better than this.
I hope I die before I get as old as you.
That can be arranged, little girl. I see times are tough, that they're affecting even the Hell Club. So much that they're forced to send children to do their fighting for them.
This child took down Namor, and also managed to jam your telepathy with just his little finger. Literally, my little finger. The jamming device is the size of a pinhead located under my pinky nail, Anna.
You don't say. Telepathy back on, Scott. Come in. Museum under attack by a pin-sized version of the Hell Club.
Get her, kitty!
If only my brother could see me now.
Okay, that's definitely better.
Fitting that the mutant race would suffer its most humbling defeat in the halls of a museum, since that's ultimately where they belong, with all the rest of the dusty old relics.
That's your plan. To shoot me with bullets. Did you forget that I am a giant walking magnet?
Cocky old bastard, aren't you? Maybe that's why when you were the bad guy, you never won a single fight in your life. This gun doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots miniaturized neutron stars. Marble-sized magnetars, to be precise. The most powerful magnets known to man. How's that feel, all jammed up inside your magnetic field, Mr. Giant Walking Magnet? Who's cocky now, you withered old fart? I need a brain slug for Magneto. The X-Men are going down.
This is Cyclops. Can any X-Men read me? Emma, Eric, somebody come in.
Mrs. Frost is offline. Her attackers have sophisticated side shielding. When I try to peek inside their heads, all I get is a blaring loop of earworms. Someone shoot me before I start humming pop songs. Scanning for the X-Men on site.
X-Men emergency distress call. Can anyone hear me?
Hello? Is there someone inside my head? Please? I don't know what to do.
Idie, what's happening? Where are Emma and the others?
Idie, no! It's Logan! What the hell are you doing there? Get out of the building! Now! Scott, I'm almost there. I can handle this.
Idie, what's happening? Where are Emma and the others?
Well, I think they just lost.
Are we officially supervillains now? My dad will be so proud, if I hadn't already strangled him in his sleep.
No more kitties?
Who wants to be a supervillain? Supervillains always lose in the end. Or did I miss the news that Dr. Doom now rules the world? I didn't come here to lose. Bring the suitcase.
Primed and ready.
Any signs of reinforcements?
Not yet.
They'll be here soon enough. Let's get the X-Men outside while we still have time.
Then?
If they're not X-Men, consider them expendable.
They are taking the X-Men, and they brought out some kind of suitcase.
A bomb? Is it a bomb?
I don't know. What does a bomb look like?
Scott, I'm almost there. Idie, get out! As fast as you can! Now! Scott, tell her!
Mr. Summers, I don't know what to do.
Scott!
Should I try to stop them?
No. Run! Scott!
There's some sort of numbers on the suitcase counting down. I think it's a bomb. And all these people are trapped inside.
Summers! She's just a kid. Get her out of there. I can make it. I got this.
Idie, listen to me carefully. We're not gonna make it in time. You do what you feel you have to.
No!
Okay, I can do this.
What the hell? Mutant.
It's okay. I did it. I saved the day, I think.
Everyone get back, there's a bomb inside. Dr. Nemesis, prepare the infirmary. We have multiple casualties incoming.
You son of a... She killed a dozen men in there. That's on you.
Any civilian casualties?
Lucky for you. No.
Then she also saved 100 lives.
She should have never been in that position.
You're right. You should have been there yourself instead of off in some bar. You're gonna pop your claws on me now? Is that it?
I didn't do that. And that was more than just a bomb. It's pulling anything that's metal to itself.
We've got to cordon off this area and get our wounded to safety. Dr. Nemesis, belay that last order. I need you here immediately.
Make up your mind, man.
Scott.
I see it.
It's 4 hours before I became a murderer. We were watching killing machines on the television. And we were not training. This is unusual.
Boom!
Gabriel is shouting at the television. This is less unusual.
One mutant anarchist makes all those leaders tell their dirty secrets on live TV, and it's time to drag our Sentinels out of storage. Overreact much? Of course, not all of them are going crazy because that's what robot death machines do when they've been stuck in a box for too long. Hell, that's what robot death machines do. Full stop. Robot death machines never trust robot death machines. It's the first rule of robotics.
It's not. The paranoia is insane. Less than 200 of us left and they're still spending all this money on Sentinels. When the austerity measures are as bad as they are, the fact that they're paying for this is ludicrous.
I don't see why they should have had them.
Excuse me, Idie? Idie, no, that's not what Sentinels are for.
Yes, they are. That's what they said.
They're not. They're... The opening of the Mutant History Museum is tonight. You're coming with me. You need to understand.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, for everyone. I was reading about the program online and it's very progressive. Hope, you should
Sorry, I can't. I'm, busy.
Gabriel?
I'm busy too.
Mate?
Just the movies. That new Captain America biopic. Looks sick. Well, as much as a biopic can look sick. Will be...
Don't growl at Gabriel, Tion. He will be a perfect gentleman.
What about Kenji? Or has he locked himself in his room again?
No, he went to the mainland. Dunno what for.
Ooh, isn't he so artsy and mysterious? And also sticky.
Okay, just you and me then. This will be educational.
She argues she is wrong. It is busy in this room, but why? Because of the X-Men pose for photos. They are the exhibition. And I look at Magneto and Colossus and the rest of them with all their powers and think, mutants, right? Surely they have all the rights they want. How could anyone try to stop them?
At least we know it's popular. Kenji, what do you do?
I came here early. I wanted to see this classic design. A boy makes their leader tell the truth. Their answer is to parade genocide machines on television. They may as well be showing a schematic for a death camp. Mutant history? How appropriate. As the news quite clearly shows, they'd be much more comfortable if mutants were history. You know, if we weren't tied to hope, I think I'd be much like this choir boy, or Magneto, or his old brotherhood. As I sit in the shadow of this, I know I won't turn the other cheek.
You know turning the other cheek is about being stoic. It's a form of protest. You hit me once, you hit me again. Point being, the world knows exactly what they are, and you're not. The violence only demeans. Because turning the other cheek means the striker can't hit backhanded, and to strike normally in Christ's period admits social equality. Alternatively, use the unclean hand.
I thought you were on my side.
It's not about sides, it's about freedom.
They aren't talking about what they're talking about. They think I don't know. I leave them to the argument. Hello? You're Prodigy?
David, or Prodigy, whatever you like. Idie, right?
Yes. Or, oh yeah.
I know people like him have to be here. It's part of the story. Doesn't mean I like it much, though.
You know him?
Yeah. Last school out east. They came after us after M Day. A bus full of students were leaving. He had his men fire a rocket into it. We all came to Xavier's to learn. Well, I learned what my friends smell like when they burn. They weren't even mutants anymore. They were depowered. Dumb, stupid.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. But you know the sickest thing of all? It could be worse.
Hi, I'm Rachel Summers. I was a hound, and that... I just...
Okay. In the future I'm from, they gathered mutants and put them in concentration camps. They didn't go willingly. They had to be forced. And before they could force them, they had to be found. Hounds did that. I was a hound. I did that. Because I was scared, and they beat it into me in so many ways. They trained and conditioned me, but mainly, I was so scared I just did it. And when I talk about it, I can see people just looking at me like, well, that's not real, because to most people, it's an alternate future, a world that hasn't happened. It's a world that doesn't exist. But it did exist. It was reality. It happened. And I don't feel like talking about it. But I have to. Because if I do, and we realize where we can end up, maybe we can stop it. Or anything like it happening again. I still have my tattoos. I mask them. Psychically. Because I don't feel like crying every time I look in the mirror. But even if you can't see it, it's still there. It still happened. Like my timeline. And if it happened here, it could happen there.
Hey, Idie, sorry I lost you.
I watched the lady. She seems very sad. She looks a lot like Hope.
No, she doesn't. They just both got red hair. Not everyone with red hair looks the same. Do I look like Hope?
A little.
Is that a joke? Why, Idie, I didn't know you had it in you. Idie, run!
It's 2 minutes before I become a murderer. It's 1 minute since the fighting stopped. The X-Men lost. The men with guns have a device that I think could be a bomb. The strange cuckoo girls have put voices in my head. I tell them what I see. The grown-up voices decide what that means. The grown-up voices are arguing. Mr. Summers and Mr. Logan. Logan is coming, and he says he can get here to stop this disaster. Scott thinks this isn't time, and the Scott Summers tells me in a voice so serious and sure.
You do what you feel you have to.
I am a monster. I know this, but they are too. These people would kill my friends. They would kill me. They would kill everyone. As bad as I am, as doused in sin and guilt, I know there must be worse. My sin is being this way. They choose to do this. I remember what I said in Tokyo when Kinji had his madness upon him. Monsters should fight monsters. I think I was right. Mr. Summer says I should do what I feel I have to, so I'll do. It's 40 seconds since I became a murderer. I'm outside the museum. I don't know how I got here. Mr. Logan and Mr. Summers are still arguing. Maybe I didn't do well enough. I hope everyone got out. My friends are here. My friends are shouting.
How could you leave her? I didn't. Not deliberately, anyway. I thought she was following. You should have checked, or you should have gone back. Leave no man behind. I'm not a soldier, Hope. Yes, you are. You're fine in the field. Tokyo, Berlin, you were the best of us when things went bad in England. It's different. No, it's not. How is it different? Because you weren't there, Hope. Don't you get it? I'm not like you unless I'm around you. We aren't normal when we're around you.
Idie, are you?
I'm fine, Kinji. I'm okay, just. Are there any more people trapped in it inside? Because if not, I think I'd like to sleep a little. They smell like burnt skin.
You should take a shower and get some rest.
Those men at the museum, they are dead.
Are you sure you want to talk about that right now?
I didn't mean to kill them.
Idie, look at me. Nothing that happened back there was your fault. You understand? It was mine. My fault people died, not yours. All you did was save lives.
I'm not sorry I did it, sir. I just wish I could stop hearing their screams in my head.
Idie, come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
Dr. Nemesis, what's the situation?
As my dearly deported mother used to say, it's bloody well on the crapper. It's a hell of a damn machine someone built here. A hyperconductive electromagnetic core pops out of a suitcase, grabs the nearest available metal, and builds itself to the monster of all killing machines. If I was looking to stomp out the last lingering dregs of mutantdom, it's exactly the sort of hulking mechanical bastard I would build. My god, it's so simple inside, so austere. It's terrifying. Wait 1 second, Javier is attempting to communicate telepathically with the thing. There's no point. I might as well be talking to a caveman. A quantum-powered caveman with an artificial sun for a heart. It's all
muscle, no mind. It's the brain of a toaster inside the body of an aircraft carrier. Sounds like my ex-wife.
Can you shut it down?
Summers, we can't even slow it down. And at the rate it's building, we got just a matter of seconds before it's fully operational. Where's a magneto when you need one?
In the infirmary with the space slug stuck on his face. You have to hold it off. Do you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Nemesis!
So simple. No mutant sensors. Just one single solitary target. Scott, it's coming for Utopia.
Where are my X-Men? We need everyone back at Utopia now!
Teleporters are down. Pixel was incapacitated by Sentinels. Donnie's team is stranded in Iran. Storm, at last contact, was negotiating Sentinel shutdown terms with the Chinese government. She is not responding to telepathic distress calls. There are 2 other teams currently en route via Blackbird.
ETA?
37 minutes.
Emma and the others.
Dr. Rao has identified the alien parasites and is working remotely with SWORD on how to safely remove them.
Someone did this. All of this. Someone set this up. And I walked right the hell into it. Alert Atlantis and everyone left on Utopia. We have incoming. Brace for impact.
I hope you don't think you're fighting that thing alone. You want X-Men? You got X-Men.
Alright. We can do this.
No, you can't. Get these kids the hell out of here, Scott.
That thing isn't stopping, Logan.
No, it ain't. Which is why you gotta evacuate Utopia.
We can fight it.
Not with children, we can't.
You see children. I see X-Men.
Damn it, Scott. Don't play games with me! They're kids. And they're gonna get themselves killed!
You're scaring them.
Good. You're darn right to be scared. I don't give a rat's ass how many Sentinels are coming. I will stand here with you to the last damn breath, Scott. You know that. But not with them. Send those kids out of here!
And where would you have us run to, Logan?
We don't have time for this.
Look at the state of the world. Every country on the globe is now openly armed against us. We run now, we'll always be running. At least here, we've still got a fighting chance.
Running I can live with, so long as those kids see tomorrow.
If we run, how many tomorrows do you think they'll have left? We drew a line in the sand, remember? This is it.
This is a chunk of rock. This is not what we were supposed to be fighting for. I've done everything you've asked me to do. I've kept secrets. I've lied to my friends. I've killed who you said to kill. I did all that so they wouldn't have to.
You think that thing cares how old they are, Logan? You think it'll stop to ask before it wipes us off the map? When you stand on the brink of extinction, you can no longer afford the luxury of non-combatants.
You son of a...
If you're so concerned about their fighting skills, then teach them. Lead them. Instead, you blow off every class I assign you.
We wouldn't be in this situation if you hadn't put us in it with your arrogant little games!
Can we say something?
No!
I've heard enough. Anyone who wants to leave, go. Anyone who wants to fight, stand with me. Everyone, look at me. You know how many Sentinels I've blown up over the years? More than I can count. We can beat this. So long as we stand together.
Huh. Never thought I'd see the day when the big bad Wolverine would run from a fight.
Didn't notice you falling out for the Sentinel duty choir.
I figured I'd better keep an eye on you. I have no idea why Summers tolerates you the way he does. I want you to know, when I'm leading the X-Men, you can expect things to be different. Whoa! Is that why?
If you're anywhere near as smart as you think you are, kid, you'll get the hell out of my way.
Or what? You remember the last time we fought, don't you?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I do.
What was that?
Never mind. Focus on the plan. Here it comes. I know it's not fair to ask this much of you. I wish we lived in a world where you could afford to act your age. But such is not the hand we've been dealt. And I just want you all to know, I'm proud to stand beside you today. Each and every one of you. Now, let's send this thing to hell. On my mark.
I tried asking you nicely. I'm not asking you anymore, Scott. I'm telling you, everyone off the island. Now! I just armed 2,000 pounds of plastic explosives. When that thing gets close enough, I'm blowing it all to hell. It's over.
What?
Go! Go tell Danger and Dr. Rao to start evacuating. Tell them they don't have long. Get out of here, kid.
You can't do this.
I can actually. All I gotta do is push this little button.
You think this is noble, what you're doing here? I assure you, it's not. Even if you manage to blow up this Sentinel, there are still thousands more out there, and you'll be casting us right into their midst. Tell me, how is that helping those children?
We went off track, Scott. Somewhere along the way. Whenever we started expecting kids to be our combat troops.
I never imagined you of all people could be so naive, Logan.
I'm pushing this button. Walk away, Scott.
She never loved you, you know. You always frightened her.
And if she was here right now, who do you think she'd be more frightened of?
You press that damn button, you're killing me too.
No, you're killing yourself.
I love most about being a kid? Senseless violence.
Scott, come in. Utopia. Anyone! Telepathic lines are down and nobody's answering the phone. Can't this thing go any darn faster?
Thought you would never come off. You repulsive little creature. My face and my brain are my own again. Hallelujah. Attention all X-Men. Utopia is under attack. I repeat, Utopia is... Did we really? Oh my god.
In your face, you giant piece of crap!
Yes, we did it!
We won! We did it!
We won! We've saved the day!
You should get some sleep.
I don't feel much like sleeping. I'm glad it was me that killed them. Those men at the museum. I'm glad it was me. Because some of my friends, they wouldn't have been able to live with themselves.
And you can, huh?
Once you accept the fact that you are a monster, being a murderer doesn't bother you quite so much. I know what I am, and now I know what it means to be an X-Man.
I'd rather not do this right now. We should wait until the wounds, both figurative and literal, aren't quite so raw.
I don't need to wait.
Okay, fine. Then whenever you're ready, feel free to start apologizing. The kids saved the day. I was right, you were wrong. I'd like to hear you say it.
The kids beat one Sentinel. Doesn't change a damn thing.
How can you say?
What about the next time and the time after that? We keep using them as soldiers. It ain't a matter of if the casualties will pile up, but only when, and how damn many. And there's Idie. Kid became a killer this week, and doesn't seem nearly as bothered by it as I'd like her to be. She seems to think it's all just part of being an X-Man. That tells me we failed her, Scott. We failed all these kids.
We can't protect them forever.
We ain't protecting them at all.
Nobody ever said it would be easy. Pulling ourselves back from the brink of extinction. We've had to make tough choices, you and I both. But if we'd done anything less, we would have failed our entire species.
I can't do this anymore. I can't keep going down this road.
What do you want? You want elections? Let me and you both make our cases and let everyone vote for who they want. I'll do it. If you'll just get off your damn high horse and be reasonable.
I don't want your job, Scott. I don't want any part of what you're doing here. Not anymore. I'm leaving.
She's fueled up and ready whenever you are.
Anybody else on board?
See for yourself.
I'm leaving, Scott. And whoever wants to come with me is welcome.
I know it's pointless for me to say this, Logan, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You're making a big mistake.
Scott, please. You should get some rest.
Warpath, what's your status? I want answers.
Then I've got good news and bad news.
You're making us all weaker at a time when we can least afford it.
We found the Hellfire Club.
You break us apart now, the whole world will see it.
But we won't be getting any answers out of them.
And they'll come for us.
Yesterday, while the governments of the world were learning firsthand just how weak and outdated their bulky old Sentinels are, we showed them something that came out of a suitcase and very nearly destroyed the most fiercely protected stronghold in all of Mutantdom. The orders, as you might expect, are pouring in by the thousands.
Like never before.
Here's to the future, my friends. The Hellfire Club is dead. Long live the Hellfire Club.
You mind your store, Scott. I'll mind mine.
Last chance to back out.
Let's get out of here. I won't try and stop anything you're doing here. Just don't ever try and stop me.
You may think you know what you're doing, Logan, but trust me, you don't. Maybe you figure it's easy being the one who makes all the decisions. If so, you're in for a rude awakening. I need after-action reports from all combat teams ASAP. And has anyone seen Quentin Quire? If you ever happen to come to your senses again, we'll still be here, protecting a world that hates and fears us. Which I guess includes you now, too. I hope this isn't just about what I said back when we were...
I could use a blackbird.
Take it. Just tell me, where do you plan on going?
I got a few ideas. Goodbye, Scott.
Goodbye, Logan.
This was my fault, wasn't it? I'm the girl who broke up the X-Men.
No, darling, not at all. You helped lead us home.